Andy and Dave Daly right here on the Muskegon channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. Dave Cackley's touching himself as usual. Are you not ready with? Are you not used to that hairdo yet?
No, I love touching it.
Do you?
I love the you know what I need is a scalp massage.
You do?
Have you had one of those?
Well, Cindy once in a while. I mean, not like sit down. I'm not a massage guy.
Yeah.
I went for one of the half an hour, 45-minute whole thing massage thing once, and
it just hurts if it's on your back.
You're a wuss. God, you're such
I don't like it.
You're so dainty. You're such a God.
Hey.
What a fruit. Anyway, I went just up the street here. There's a nice little place up on the corner. She does, therapeutic massage. She does, all these different massage things. And I thought, okay, I'll try this once.
Okay.
I went to school with her. She was a grade or two underneath me. I think she was in my sister's grade, and she's got her business established out here in Muskegon and everything. So I thought, okay, somebody I know will make it a little bit easier to go get this full body massage type thing. No.
It made you uncomfortable?
Make it easier. I walk in, and it immediately hits me that I'm going to have to disrobe in front of this person that I somewhat know.
Yeah.
So my first question is...
so you're naked with a towel?
I wasn't naked. That was the thing. I said to her, how far do I need to remove clothing to commence with this process? I'm literally standing there at the counter asking these questions like a nerd. And she goes, well, you can disrobe to your comfort level. I said,
okay.
Is a Carhartt coat and jeans and a T-shirt and everything I have on now, is that comfortable enough? She said, no, maybe a little less than that. So I get down to my underwear and a towel.
Okay.
And that's as far as I can get. I really can't do the nude thing I can't.
Okay.
So then I get up on the table and she starts her massage and don't get me wrong, this is 100% professional. This is what this woman does for a living. Everything's great. But she starts in with this rub, and she starts in with this body oil, and she gives me this whole body rub, and I walk out of there, and I'm just covered in oil, and I literally felt like a big fat zit when I left because of the grease and the oil, and I'm like, what is this oil you're rubbing all over me? She goes, oh, it's essential oil. I said, essential?
Yeah.
That ain't essential. Don't put that on me. She goes, no, you got to do it. It's part of the
massage.
Stinks, and you're greasy feeling. You feel like you just fried up 10 pounds of bacon. No. So afterward, I came home. I got in the shower. I washed all that crap off, and that was the end of my massage days.
You just didn't like. So the oil was
touching me and rubbing oil all over me, and
so it wasn't the rubbing. It was the oil that really kind of made you a little skeevy about the whole thing.
I can't stand lotion.
Okay.
I chapstick. I
you
can't
don't like
stand that on my
at
lips.
all.
And to think that she's rubbing some lavender-smelling, creepy, gooey, icky, and then I'm standing there in my underwear. And honest to God, you know what? Nobody wants to see me in my underwear. Nobody.
I don't know. Everybody's got their thing.
Oh, are you saying you do?
No, I'm not saying I do. I'm just saying everybody has.
You jumped in there pretty quick. When I said people don't want to see me in their underwear, you were like pretty quick on the draw to say, I don't know.
I bet you Cindy does.
No, no.
Yeah, I would. I don't know. I think everybody's got their individual preferences and tastes.
Yeah, me in underwear is nobody's individual preference or taste.
Okay, all right. You know,
dark rooms are my friend.
Okay. What about you? You're still doing the workout thing with Becky Bisciotti, right?
I missed this week.
Say that again.
I missed this week.
Hey, you got to get back on that.
I went yesterday. I was supposed to go to workout yesterday, and I had a hockey game, and then I went and spoke at the community college to the mass media class. And Monday, I was just backed up on a bunch of stuff, and I had to get that all done. So I missed this week.
You got to double up next week, then. Man.
I know.
All right. Just trying to help you out.
You going to start some news, or should I go on about my hang-ups of being in my underwear and getting rubbed with oil?
Well, you could talk about getting rubbed down again. I'm sure that's going to, like some people who are viewing this will are going to actually just stop where we are now and go back to
I'll bet they are.
You're talking about getting rubbed down, so you could do the story again. All right. 3,000 people are still in shelters in Puerto Rico nearly 2 months after Hurricane Maria. FEMA is offering to airlift these victims to the U.S. to reach temporary housing. Under this plan, residents who are displaced by the hurricane can choose to relocate to the United States.
Can you imagine 2 months in a shelter?
No, I can't.
How crazy everybody must be going in that situation.
Yeah. I mean, nothing against people in Puerto Rico. I can't imagine 2 months in Puerto Rico. I can't imagine 2 months in another country, period, just because.
Puerto Rico is not another country, dummy.
Well, no, you know what I mean. Puerto Rico is a province of the United States, but it's not a state. They never received statehood. It's a different culture. Well, you would agree. It's a different culture in Puerto Rico, just like it's a different culture in Hawaii or Alaska, even though Hawaii and Alaska are states. Those are different. They're separated. They're not part of the continental United States. You understand that?
Puerto Rico's part of the United States.
Yeah, it's not a state, though. They don't have statehood. You understand that,
vote?
Right? Yeah, they vote. What I'm saying is it's a different culture, right?
So is Arkansas.
But when you're separated physically from the country, you're kind of isolated in a little bit. Up in Alaska, you're kind of isolated. When you're in Hawaii, you're kind of isolated. It's different. It's just different. I'm not saying it's good, bad, or I'm just. That's why I don't travel anywhere.
I'm watching you dance around.
I'm not dancing around anything. I'm just saying I don't go anywhere. I don't like leaving Berry County to come here.
I know you don't.
I'm just not.
Because you're an 85-year-old woman.
Exactly. Deep down. Crazy story out of Cornell University. The Ivy League school's Black Students United is evidently complaining that the school admits too many black students from Africa and the Caribbean, I should say. Spokesperson for the organization said, quote, "We demand that Cornell admissions come up with a plan to actively increase the presence of underrepresented black students as black Americans who have several generations in this country." That's just really, really weird. And I kind of get to an extent, I see their point. Like, you want to take care of people in this country before you take care of people outside the country. I get it from that standpoint.
Right.
But when we take a look at colleges and universities, they're college and universities. They're about diversity, about inclusion, about overcoming obstacles. And if you are a black person from Africa or the Caribbean, you've had far more obstacles to overcome in general than if you're a minority in the United States. I mean, it's not even close. I mean, I'm financially speaking lower middle class, to be generous. You put me in Africa, I'm in the top 1%. I am riding a gravy train of riches in Africa. So, no, it's true. This is 100% true. So yeah, it's kind of strange that I'm in one sense I see their point, in the other I'm like, wait a minute, these are people who have it worse than you. However bad you may have had it in the United States, we forget about this. Just being born in this country, we've essentially won the lottery. I mean, poor people in this country have iPhones and flat screen TVs. When you just think of and going back to the cultural differences in the language barrier coming from Africa or the Caribbean. I mean, it's insane. Dude, it's by far. You can't even make the argument against these people coming in having greater obstacles. It's just I don't understand.
Okay.
Overall, I don't understand. I think what I'm saying is the organization's argument is kind of weak. I get it to a small extent, but by and large, it's weak.
Okay.
What else is going? Oh, this was big news out of the Michigan Senate. Licensed gun owners with extra training could legally carry inside schools, churches, bars, and other pistol-free zones. Legislation was approved Wednesday by the Michigan Senate. Days after the Texas church shooting, the bills were sent to the House, which is under Republican control. However, you got to keep in mind, Governor Snyder vetoed a similar plan in 2012 in the wake of the mass shooting at the Connecticut elementary school. So still don't know whether or not Snyder's going to going to pass this.
This one or not.
Yeah, it's I don't know. What do you think? I mean,
we got to do something to protect these soft targets.
That's kind of my thinking too. I mean, the only way you can combat a crazy person coming in with a gun is a not crazy person who is licensed and who is trained to deal with it.
Yep. The anti-gun people are really up in arms, and I get it. I really do. I'm not so comfortable with the bar idea.
Because of the alcohol, I see.
You mix in the alcohol and bad decisions get made in a big hurry.
Right.
But, would I be against the bouncer having a gun at the door?
No.
Not really.
No.
Would I be against somebody guarding the door of a church? No, you can't be anymore. And schools? Okay. The argument's been made more than once that all these veterans that are here in the United States and they're all looking for jobs and they're doing this. You know what? They put them
retired
there.
Cops. Why not?
Not
a bad.
We got to do something, man.
Not a bad idea.
Got to do something.
All right. Female veterans are being encouraged to visit WINC services in Muskegon for an open house today. WINC stands for Women Injured in Combat.
Yes.
It is located on Apple Avenue. It was founded in 2014 to provide care and support to female veterans who often suffer from isolation when they return from service. The open house runs from 10 to 2 and 6 to 8 p.m. today. I think this is a great thing. I think when people think of veterans, and I don't know if this is we typically think of servicemen. We don't ordinarily think of servicewomen and what they have to go through. I think in something like this, providing services for them is
we did a story with the founder of this, Zanetta Adams, on Positively Muskegon the other day, and this will be a national organization.
Very cool.
It's on its way already. They've got members across the country, and this will be a national movement that started in Muskegon.
Excellent.
Good to hear. Will. This will be a big deal.
Fantastic. Sports, it was the Pistons running their record to 9-3. They beat the Pacers. Lumberjacks, blank Central Illinois, 3-0. I know you were at that game. How was the turnout?
That was great. I mean, it was a school day game. We had a little over 3,000 people there, and all three goals, excuse me, were scored by this Bon Giovanni kid.
Yeah, he had a hat trick.
He really is a cool kid, and it was nice to see him get a hat trick. I was a little PO'd. I mean, these kids that are here for this game, kid gets a hat trick, nobody throws a hat on the ice.
Well, these are elementary kids.
I'm sorry you're in the third grade, but get that hat out there, show some respect, do what you got to do. You know what I mean?
They don't want to lose their hats. They're not sure they can go back and get their hats.
You go back and explain it to your mom when you get home. Mom, sorry I lost the Under Armour hat. I had to throw it on the ice. It was a hat trick.
Do you know how much I paid for that hat? Do you know how much I... Go to your room.
That's it.
You threw your hat out on the...
It's worth going to your room for a hat trick. His name is Wyatt Bon Giovanni. He's just a terrific young man from down by Detroit there, and I was happy for him. I was happy to see the kid get a hat trick yesterday.
All right. Very cool.
Good for him. All right, Dave, guess what?
What?
You're out of here.